YouTube, acknowledge me. You know what time it is? It's your tribal chief over here, and I'm joined with my right hand man, Wise Man, or as he likes to call himself.
What's good, guys? It's your boy, Just Joel, Evil, or aka the man with a mic, aka the sorry I'm late one, but soon to be great one. Lots to talk about today, I know, so I'm not gonna talk too much, but big up everybody for passing through Royal Rumble review. And yeah, I'll let Jeff do his thing. But yeah, man, big up people. My social, Jeff's social, everything will be in the description box below. Yeah, man, over to Jeff still. Packed episode
Yeah,
today, man.
absolutely, man. I heard my kidding. This mic don't even work. So let's just get into it. In fact, before we get into it, first question: how did you find it at Wembley Box Park?
Boy, it was lit. But you know me, I'm always down to just nap anywhere. So it was a bit difficult.
Let's get
But
it,
it was a
fam.
late one. No, obviously for us UK fans, it was a late one. I think the show ended at about
Five.
after five. I think it was like
Yeah,
5:20 or
therefore
something.
after five. Yeah,
And that was just, yeah,
yeah,
I'm
that's too much for this geezer. I
mad.
don't know how he's
Getting
gonna
up at
keep
them
up mainly
times.
in like one and two. But yeah, man, obviously your boys were there, the tribal chief, Quizmaster Albert, and of course
Boom.
the late but soon to be great one. Pictures will be inserted right now. We just went there, we enjoyed, man. Great night. We saw everything. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Now, we're also gonna do this thing a bit different. Seeing as it was a Royal Rumble and we all predicted the same things anyways. So we all got the same results. So there ain't gonna be no forfeits or anything. But yeah, man, let's go. Match number one, the men's Royal Rumble. Many people were
Surprisingly.
surprised. Yeah,
Yeah.
surprisingly, it started first. Now, obviously, we know the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. He won, came in at number 30. Some people were like, they were basically like, we already knew he was going to be there, so why did he come in at number 30? I didn't give a shit about that, man. Honestly, man. I didn't give a shit about that. His first wrestling match back in ages, so I can see why they kept him for number 30. And when you look at everyone else who turned up, Cody would like there was no one else bigger for the number 30 moment. But yeah, what we're gonna do quickly, we're gonna just talk about the final four. There's no need to go on about it. Like the final four. The final four consisted of the winner, Cody Rhodes, the runner-up, who is now actually the longest how do I
Crazy.
say the longest he's been in the Rumble for the longest,
Longest,
more
yeah,
than
yeah, yeah,
anyone
yeah,
else.
yeah, sure.
Gunther coming in at number one as well. Oh man. And there was also Logan Paul and Seth freaking Rollins. So when we seen as Cody Rhodes won, when we assess his chances of winning the thing, what would you say? Like, like we all knew he was gonna win it,
Hmm.
but in terms of like his chances coming in at number 30, that's pretty much the best chance, isn't it? But it was almost a
Yeah,
guarantee that he was gonna win.
yeah, that was, yeah. Obviously, it was. But you know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this, yeah. I swear down, bare people were like, like these Twitter accounts, yeah.
Well, they always bitch
They
and
were
moan.
like, oh, how sick! Like
Predictable.
this time last year, not this time last year. Sorry. After he got injured, yeah, people had how long Cody Rhodes were gonna be out for, and they were like, oh my God, that means he should be back in time for the Rumble. And then when he comes back in time for the Rumble, they want to complain. However, yeah, obviously you can have your opinion, it's fine. I would have
Fuck
possibly,
your opinion. If you're part of them people, I can't lie. Fuck your
but the
opinion.
people same with the
But
same
it's the same
with
shit they do all the time, innit?
Reigns, yeah, but same with they did with Reigns. I don't know if I would have put him in at 30, but you had a very good point saying that who was bigger. I don't know if I would have done the vignettes, actually, to be fair. But
Well, all that promo.
yeah, but
Nah, I can't
at the
lie. It
end of
was
the
needed,
day,
man.
yeah, it delivered. It's not about,
It
it
was
was not about and that obviously
like,
that Gunter and Cody like mini
yeah.
match they had at the end,
Oh, that
superb.
was beautiful. I
So
also want to
yeah,
say it's just one of them things like everyone already knew that was coming back for the Rumble, innit? Like, yeah, sure, predictable, cool, but like, there's a difference between something that's predictable and boring and something that's predictable and exceptional.
mm,
And that Royal Rumble, like, obviously Cody won was predictable, but it was exceptional. No one who figured that Gunther would not only be number one, but
Yeah.
be the last person to be eliminated.
And
Let's
last,
come
yeah,
on, man.
yeah, that was smart. That
And
was
now
good.
speaking on to the what does he call himself? The Ring General. Getting on to
Mm,
him now. His chances of winning, of course, being in the final two. I can't lie, at some points I actually thought he was going to be the one to win the thing. And I would not have
that's
been
what
mad.
he was. That's what
I
he
would
was
not have
there
been mad.
for. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have been mad. That would have been cold. Obviously, chances of winning. He didn't. Did we? I don't think we rated him. Like, was he
No,
announced?
he
Yeah,
wasn't even
yeah.
announced
So obviously,
when we did our review
in
preview.
our
Sorry.
preview, we obviously did like we looked at who was announced for the Rumble already at a certain date, and then we assessed their chances at out of like 10 of winning and whatnot. But obviously, Gunter,
Yeah, there was
Ring
only 15
General,
men.
hold, sick. Obviously, it's not a low chance, but I would have said, I don't know if you're gonna make the final four. I would have
Yeah,
said the
sure.
last six or so,
I would have
maybe,
given him
but
an 8 though. I'll be real. I'd have given him
yeah,
an
it
8
would have been
still.
high. No, it would have been
Because
like,
Gunther, Intercontinental champion, this guy, he had stare downs with Lesnar as well. Like,
yeah, oh no, no, he
who
has
else did
some.
he have stare downs with as well? Even flipping
Was it
Raw
like,
30, the guy was staring down Triple H and
yeah,
those guys.
no,
He
they're
even stared down
building.
Rollins as well. I've been retweeting his stuff on Twitter, man. This guy was sharing all the moments. But now, fam, he had a serious run.
Mm-hmm.
Serious one, man. Like, if it wasn't going to be Cody, it was definitely going to be him.
Mm-hmm.
And then third, Logan Paul. I mean, obviously, he's coming out at number 28, I believe. No, 29. But in terms of him winning, I mean, let's be real. No one expected him to even, like, if he was going to be there, who would have expected him to be that late, to
Yeah,
be
no,
in the
that was a
final
good
three?
surprise. It was a good surprise. Obviously, done a couple appearances before.
Yeah.
I don't know if did I expect him to be in the Rumble? Not really. Not really. Because he's kind of active, man. He does everything.
Yeah.
I just see him do
I
like,
wasn't really surprised to see him. It was nice, isn't it?
yeah,
Like,
no, no, yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was
I
really nice. And
mean,
speaking of nice as well, what he did with Ricochet, that spot,
woo, that spot was crazy for
crazy spot,
sure.
man.
But the way he's so active and like it kind of throws you off to think, oh, does he have time to do this and do that? And so that and the way the Rumble was going as well, yeah, it wasn't like it was a dry Rumble. I wouldn't say it was dry,
Mm.
but the way it was going, it was like, it got to like the last five spots and we're like, oh, they better be good, they better be good. And then they had like, a few man, and then yeah, he popped up and it was good stuff still.
That
Right
spot though,
away.
like I was chatting to my friend, yeah. Shout
Mm,
out to my friend. I know she won't appreciate her name being exposed.
mm.
But yeah, I was chatting to her, yeah, and I looked up from my phone. I just saw two men leaping from both sides and clash into each other. I was like, what the fuck, man, mad thing. Even speaking of something else that was mad, that shit that Kofi and Xavier were doing as well.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, the little
oh my
I don't know,
days.
man. Do got
No,
them
them are
man.
jokes,
So
man. And also, lastly, for the final four, Seth freaking Rollins, who actually got
wow.
eliminated by Logan Paul.
Yeah, I mean
What
you
would
never
have
know
been
what's
his
gonna
chances of winning?
happen.
The guy that tweeted that he felt like main event in WrestleMania this year doesn't look like that's gonna happen.
Mm.
But you never know. But
Yeah, no, he obviously we put him up there with high chances of winning.
yeah,
A lot
but
I
did he
did
even announce himself?
not sure. Did we? Maybe I
I
thought
don't
I
think
saw.
he even
Oh,
announced
okay.
himself still.
Well, we predicted. I
But
can't lie. Before
yeah,
the show started, we said who's in your final
yeah,
four. Me, you, and I will all put Seth Rollins, and obviously,
yeah. We all three of us said I had Seth, I had Drew, I had Cody, and I had Lesnar as my final four. So it was nice to get two. Wait, did I even have two in there or did I have someone else? Nah. And 2 out of 4 is fine anyways.
mm,
That was my final four. So obviously that's that for the Rumble. We don't really want to dissect into it too much. We're just
mm,
gonna do it a bit different. Um so yeah. And that was the final four, nice final four. Final three was good, final two was even better. And yeah, Gunther, man, that guy, he's serious. I even read a tweet that someone basically decided to start watching wrestling specifically for him because they watched him
wow,
at the Rumble and I saw how that guy was just alpha. That's an alpha right there, fam.
that is cool.
Serious alpha.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. By the way,
Mm.
Royal Rumble match acknowledgement rating out of 10.
Oh yeah,
I'll give that one. I feel good like a 7.
it was a good rumble. I'll agree with you on that one. I'll give it a 7.
But now the next match, um, the next match was the pitch black match, or rather the Mountain Dew pitch black drink advertiser match between Bray Wyatt and LA Knight, Los Angeles Knight, La Knight, as Simon Miller likes to say
He said,
sometimes.
"Lord, no."
But Yeah, I can't lie. That match there was pretty much a bathroom break match. I'll be real. Like I didn't really have much to say about it. I don't know if you do though. Like they had the stuff. I liked it, but like obviously I didn't even go for 5 minutes.
I can't lie. I thought the build was great. I thought both men put in so
Therefore,
much work
therefore,
for the build.
100%.
Obviously this was a sponsor thing, and I did tweet
Yeah.
live. I think I said, how much pressure is Mountain Dew putting on these men? Because they should have had a match, yes, but should it have been a pitch black Mountain Dew match? I don't know. I don't think so. They had like a luminous balls, pause, a luminous like mini balls on the floor. I don't know, a luminous kendo stick. Ellen Knight was wearing some luminous ring gear. It was kind of weird. I felt like they should have just had a normal match, but maybe as part of the stadium deal or part of the sponsor deal, they said, "Yo, someone's got to be a pitch black." And it's got yeah, so it's kind of weird. They had like Mountain Dew in the middle of the ring. It kind of reminded me of like a
Yeah.
WCW in like 2000 with all their sponsors in the ring. Anyway, I'll
That was
keep it
just about
short.
my deep promo.
I'll keep it short and sweet. The build before on SmackDown, the promos and the Uncle Howdy, this and that, been
And
really
Raw
good.
30 as well.
Raw for
The
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Taker.
yeah. See, and then we had this, which is obviously nothing wrong with the talent involved. The finish was wild with Uncle Howdy jumping off of the some part of this arena, a stadium. But yeah, I thought like it was kind of like just very strange to have them two in that kind of situation. But yeah, bro, what are you saying? What are you telling them?
Yeah,
What do you?
also after the end of the match, the Uncle Howdy dived from somewhere onto LA Knight, I
That's what
believe,
I'm. Yeah, that's
gave
what I'm
him a
talking
diving
about.
elbow, and then the whole place went in flames,
Yeah,
fam.
that's what I'm talking. It's crazy. It's wild.
And for this match, out of five, I'll give it. I don't know if I should say one. I'll say 1 or 2 out of 5.
I'll give it a two because I like LA Knight and I like Bray Wyatt, so I'll give it a two. We'll go with
Okay,
two.
cool. Yeah, cool. We'll say 2 for that one then. And even regarding LA Knight, yeah, I want to see more of him. I'm tired of getting just a little taste of him. I want the whole load. Understand? I want the whole load.
Jesus! Jesus! Hey, Father God, hey.
You see that quote before, innit?
Don't even pause. Just press X and get off the thing, bro. That is crazy. You're moving.
Yo, yo,
Yo.
that is a no, that is a real quote, man.
From who?
That is a real quote, man.
From who? I feel like
What's
that's a
his name?
promo. Is that a promo?
No, it's a basketball meme. Someone called him Darvin Ham. He once said that on LeBron James. I'm tired of getting a taste of him. I want the whole load.
That's
Is that
great.
evidence?
Oh,
No,
okay.
that's a crazy thing there, fam. But yeah, no, back in I'm trying to remember which one came. I'm pretty sure it was Bianca Belair's match that came next. 100% certain. I'm 100% certain that was the match that came next.
Has to be
But
right.
so I just want to double check quickly as well before. Fam, we're already speaking about the greatest of all time. Let's just get into it, man. Bianca Belair, that was the match that this guy had his nut in. Let's just get that one out of the
I'm
way.
so sorry.
But in all honesty, though, there's actually not much to say about it. It's the type of match that could have been done on Raw, to be honest. Even the match they had where Alexa Bliss broke Bianca Belair's face and had her out for like a week or two, that was even better than this one. Not much to say. The greatest of all time, Bianca Belair, passing 300 plus days as the Raw Women's Champion. She came in, she showed up, she showed out, sexy girl as always. She looks great in pink. Beat up Alexa Bliss with a kiss of death. 1, 2, 3. She remains my Raw Women's Champion. She remains Joel's Raw Women's Champion. She remains your Raw Women's Champion. 300 plus days, 300 more days to go.
Sweet
Sweet girl.
girl.
I acknowledge her, the great Bianca Belair, the roughest, the toughest, the fastest, the quickest, the smartest, the greatest, the best. But yeah, since he had his nap,
Bro, I'm
there's
so
not much more
sorry.
to say, man. The EST of
Yeah.
WWE, Bianca Belair.
Nah, respectfully, ladies, I'm sorry. I literally just had to, bro. I couldn't even lie. I just had to. Like that's I'm not really I couldn't it was loud in there, innit? Like I don't know how I even done it, but I dozed off for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it was. And I'm so sorry. But over here in the UK, it was late by then, and we still had a women's rumble to go and a title match to go. It was nuts, boy. It was
Um,
mad. But yeah, sorry.
well, that's it, really. Not much more to say except after the match, Alexa Bliss, I think it was I don't know who it was it Uncle Howdy or someone else, basically was speaking to her, whatever, like She just had her moment, just looking right at the screen because whoever it was that was talking to her, taunting her, and then the thing just ended. So yeah, I don't know where we're
He was
supposed to go
awake. He
from
don't
that.
even know who it was. I hear that.
I don't want to say Uncle Howdy and
He
get it
couldn't
wrong,
see.
but yeah, nothing even happened because I don't. She wasn't even on Raw the next night. And even speaking of the next night on Raw quickly, shout out to the GOAT, Becky Lynch. She turned 36, one of the absolute greatest of all time. Um, and also Rick Boogs came back as well on Raw. So yeah, man, just shout out to
Yeah,
them
back
too.
from a mad injury, man, for sure. Big up
Oh
Becky.
yeah, and there was something I was gonna say. Yes, acknowledgement rating. Um, not much. Because it's Bianca Belair, I don't want to give it a one. I'll just say two. Obviously, he can't rate because he didn't watch the match.
I was
So
asleep.
yeah, I can't go lower than the two for Bianca Belair match, man. There's too much bias. There's too much bias, man. So two. On to the next one now, which is the women's Royal Rumble. Number one, who eventually won the whole thing, the Nightmare, Mami, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, she won the
Yeah.
whole thing, like I just said. The rest of the final four consisted of Liv Morgan, who, funnily enough, yeah, our wheel predicted Liv Morgan to win, and she came
Mm-hmm.
so goddamn close. And obviously, third place, Asuka, um, and fourth place, Nikki Cross. That was the final four. So let's go again. We
Was
talk
it really
about,
Nikki? Was it Nikki Cross? Right on.
yeah, Nikki Cross made it to the final
Mm.
four. I believe she was even, in terms of entries as well, she was one of the last few.
Yeah, she was. I
Um,
remember she did that mad run to the ring the
yeah,
whole
for
way
nothing
down,
really.
bro. She was cutting, boy.
That's how I know she got that stamina
She
for.
done the dash. Yeah.
But
Big up Rhea Ripley, boy, from one
yeah,
to the
obviously
E.
predictable maybe, but fam,
Oh, the way it was done,
again,
though. From
it
one,
doesn't
bro.
matter. If it's predictable and it's done exceptionally well, then that's fine. If it's predictable and it's shit, that's not fine. So in Rhea Ripley, her chances of winning when she got into the final four, I mean, let's be real, it was almost a guarantee. Just like Cody Rhodes being in when they were in the final four, it was almost, in fact, it was more of a guarantee than Cody Rhodes because Gunther ain't no pushover in it. Um, but yeah, the way she eliminated Liv Morgan as well, she ducked the green mist from
Mm.
Asuka,
Oh yeah,
and
then it hit Liv, innit? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a
and
good spot
Rhea
still.
ducked out of the way. I don't know. Yeah, Rhea even she kicked Asuka's leg off the thing. That's how Asuka fell off, and then yeah, with Liv Morgan, she was trying. Obviously, she couldn't see, but she would try whatever. And then Rhea just she basically did a hanging leg raise. That's an ab workout move there because the way she just grabbed Liv from the head with the legs and just flipped her over. That was cold, man.
Yeah.
That's how she won. As for Nikki, kind of forgettable that she was in the final four. Her chances of winning were incredibly low. Even though
Mm.
she technically had a 25% chance, each for with her it was not 25%. And then obviously Asuka, um, obviously she came in with a new look as well. As I think she's going back to her old days,
She getting
her
dark,
old
boy.
ways, them dark ways. The way she came in with that marker, she rolled all this face paint.
People are enjoying
Even the
that.
next night on Raw as well, she had some crazy face paint when Carmella returned.
Yeah.
I
People
just
have been
saw her just
enjoying that
coming in and
still.
bare jewel was coming out. I was like, yo, that's just butters, man. I can see why Carmella walked away. Welcome back to Carmella as well. She ain't blonde no more. She's gone back to her usual brunette hairstyle. She looks sexy
Mm.
as well, as always. Anyways, looking good with all that leopard print. But anyways, yeah, man, the final
Bro,
two.
breathe, bro, breathe.
Yeah, please,
Man's
man.
gonna
Before Corey Graves finds out where I live and all that, man.
man's-
Get that first class ticket
take a
from the
breath,
States
my
to the
guy.
UK.
Take
But
a
nah,
breath. Ay, this
flipping,
guy
yeah, man. Back,
kills
back,
me.
back, back to the final two though. Liv Morgan, her
I
chances
said
of
back.
winning, her
Yeah.
chances of winning. In fact, have I? Yeah, we just spoke on Asuka, innit? So yeah, Asuka's chances of winning, I would say they were very high. She had a very high chance still. Like you get a new look like that, kind of expected. And it's like the way she was eliminated kind of protects her because obviously she expected to miss Rhea in the face, but she was shocked that she missed Rhea and got Liv, who she wasn't aiming for.
Mm.
But yeah, man, remove man, Liv chances of winning. Like I said about 5 minutes ago, the wheel predicted Liv, so the wheel came
Yeah.
so close.
What about
And
the
her
Royal
chances of winning,
Rumble?
once she was blinded, her chances were basically gone because you need to be able to
Yeah.
see, man. she was just going off of spider sense alone, fam.
What
She
about the
tried, man.
Rumble? What about the Rumble
She tried.
in a total? Like, what about in all? Like, how would you rate it out of 10 out of yeah, for the whole thing
What the overall rumble?
overall? Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
can't lie.
women's.
I actually gave it like a six overall, you know, because
Yeah.
besides the rumbles, nothing else much was going on in it.
No, I mean the women's match.
Oh, the most match, the overall, I give it
Sorry.
almost, I'll say a 7 or 8. You know,
Yeah, it was
what do you
decent. It was
say?
decent. It didn't seem like it was that long or anything. It was quite nice. It was quite
Mm.
stick in it.
Oh yeah,
Decent.
sorry. Even before we go to the next one, returns. I said I wanted to see Michelle McCool. I was so glad I saw her in that 25 coming in from the crowd as well. She was there watching with the girls. But of course, she just happened to have her ring gear underneath, you know.
Yeah,
And yeah, man.
fact.
I wish she made it to the final four though. I don't know
Yeah,
how she
she's
came in
cool.
and
Big up her though. The people saying Hall of Fame. It might be that
no,
time
she
for
has
her
to be, man. She's
still.
one of the greatest of all time. Man. I grew up watching her, man. Just being amazed at how good she was at that thing.
Yeah. Chelsea
And
Green as well returned.
yeah, but just to get eliminated in like 4 or 5 seconds.
Natalia.
Yeah, I was happy to see her back as well.
And for
Even Booker
the
T for the men's, you
yeah,
know.
for the men's,
That
we
was
forgot
like the
about the
only
return
proper
for the men's,
surprise.
bro. Booker
Man just
T,
came to just spin a Rooney, then Gunther
Edge,
just chucked him out saying,
bro.
get out of here, man. Now ain't the time.
Lesnar was going crazy in the men's rumble. We can't forget
Yeah,
that.
when he got eliminated by Bobby, I
And
loved
he was
that moment.
dashing up to
And
that's
even
gonna
speaking of Bobby, obviously the real predicted him to win. But he didn't even make the final five,
that's all
final
right
six,
though. He
seven,
made
eight,
that
nine,
early
10.
part of the
Who
rumble
was it that
entertaining
eliminated
still.
him? I can't even remember, fam. But
Steph?
yeah, look,
Maybe I
we
don't
move,
know.
man.
But
We now go on to the main event, and this is where it
wow,
gets mad.
it's crazy.
Fantastic match between Roman Reigns. Acknowledge him, by the way.
Oh, no, God,
Acknowledge him.
yeah, that
Great
was
match
I
between him, the greatest of all time,
was.
and Kevin Owens, the guy that will fight until the end. He really did fight. He really was gonna die trying. Oh man, we'll get to that. We'll get to that bit after, man. But yeah, the match. Yeah, no, good stuff, man. See, Sammy apparently was not supposed to do anything. Then Roman told him get a chair, and that guy was moving bare hesitant, fam. I couldn't believe it, fam. You're supposed when you get your orders
But
from the
we've
tribal
seen it
chief,
over the
you don't
past
say
few
you
weeks.
said I shouldn't do anything. You just do it, man. Guy was scrambling for a chair. I'm thinking, yo, this guy's been in the ring how many times and he can't find a goddamn chair. And
We've
to be
just
fair, normally there's meant to be a chair around there now, simple. That's where they always go first. There
we've
wasn't one
just
there.
yeah, but we've seen it over the past few weeks, and it's all part of storytelling, how they treated Sammy, will he turn, will he not? You know, is all these little bits of detail, and of course Kevin Owens is such a great talent as well.
Mm.
Can't forget about Kevin Owens. But just the fact that we were all kind of tired, yeah, but we kind of came alive for this
I
match.
don't
And
say we were all, man. I wasn't tired one
no,
bit,
but
man.
bro, come on, you definitely were tired.
Nah, fam, I was awake the whole time, man.
Okay, well, he sat down for the Rumble. And
Everyone sat out for the rumble.
by the end of this night, everyone was on their feet, bro. Trust me.
Yeah. But fam,
Trust me.
I was eating. I had a nice meal from sides. What was
You
it?
said
That
you got bumped.
Louisiana burger. I shout out sides, man. There's even one in I don't want to say my ends, but there's one near where I live. I have to check that place out still.
Hey,
Um,
wait till.
but yeah, back to the
Hey.
match. Obviously, he tried. Even with the
Oh
chair, Sammy was
dear.
hesitant to give the chair, and by that time, Roman Reigns had walked into a stunner. And yeah, Kevin, he died trying. He really did.
No, they
But
pulled out some good moves.
there was one more spear, and you know what
Yeah.
happens when Roman Reigns spears you
Boom.
9 out of 10 times.
Luck off. Everything luck off. But yeah, though, the match
And
was
yeah,
good
that
though.
was it.
Obviously, one of my
Good match.
two favorites, man.
Give
You
it a
know.
7 out of 10 acknowledgement rating.
Yeah, well, we'll take that. We'll take that, of course.
And
There were some
now,
good spots, man. I'm not hang on. Obviously, you had the I almost called him Kevin Steen. Wow, sorry. You had Kevin Owens hitting all these big moves. Frog splash. He did like a moonsault that he slipped on, but luckily he wasn't hurt.
Reigns saved him,
He
and then he
took
went and
no,
basically
no,
did
he
it
didn't say
again.
no. He was meant to roll out the way anyway.
Yeah, but like, because he
Luckily, but
buckled,
coincidentally, yeah, he saved him, which actually,
yeah.
yeah. Also,
Also, Reigns just smashing him on the steel steps. Oh, bro,
bro, that was such
that
a
one
great
made
bump.
me hate him, you know.
Yeah,
I was
nah,
like, oh
Kevin
my god,
luckily
I just
done
want
his
to kill the
thing.
guy, fam.
That was a
I was
sick
like, oh,
bump.
you really want to kill him, fam.
But yeah, we witnessed cinema after that, where that
After that, it was cinema, man. You got a one, two,
cinema
three. And yes,
better
this
than
was
view
when the
and
Usos
Odeon,
came
bro.
out. This was when Solo Sikoa came out, and this was when I'm seeing Kevin Owens getting treated like he's Jesus, fam. I'm seeing the Usos give him 12 super kicks like
But they
Jesus
were
lost his 12
licking
disciples,
him,
bro.
innit?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. Well, obviously, two double super kicks. I'm seeing my man was handcuffed. I'm just there looking like, fam, this is like that time where Jesus was nailed to the cross, and I know these people were, throwing like ripping his clothes and throwing it around. That's the only thing that Usos didn't do. Like they might as well have, because like, me being a religious guy, I was getting biblical vibes from this shit, fam. The guy was helpless on the cross. It was peak still. And yeah, man,
That's on the
Roman
cross.
all
Well,
giving
he
their
was
kicks.
he. Let's look.
Wait,
Let's
did I
not
say
get
Kevin was
yeah.
on the cross?
Yes,
He
he
was
was
chained.
because yeah, you know ECW, but almost got a lawsuit for an angle like that. But no, just to clear up what different yeah, just to clear up things. Reigns
Okay.
handcuffed, Reigns
Yeah.
handcuffed Owens to the top rope, but
Yeah,
obviously
the top ropes.
he was slumped on the floor, innit? So
Yeah.
obviously,
I
if
didn't
you
even look,
watched
it
it,
was
yeah,
dead,
there
fam.
was no cross involved. There was no mocking of
Hmm.
Jesus in that.
Yeah.
It was just he was just tied up, getting. If anything, it was probably a little bit kinky still. He was just handcuffed, getting
Hmm.
smacked up a little bit.
Yeah.
So if anything, it was kinky. But no, it was mad. Bare super kicks, bare beat downs, bare punches to the face. Yeah, man.
And yeah, man, Samuel was like, stop with this. I thought that was actually gonna happen.
So good.
I was like, wow, 2023, are we actually gonna get a proper chair shot to the head? And then obviously Samuel was like, nah,
Yeah, Ray
stop
said,
this.
"No, you
You've
do it,
won, you've
boy."
already beaten him, you're better than this, blah, blah, blah. You stupid dumbass. But Roman was like, yeah, you're right, I should do it, you do it. And then it was all there gaslighting him and all that shit, telling him, oh, you should do this, or you go back to your jackass shit, and whatever. Just bare gaslighting and manipulating him. And then, like, obviously, at some point, everyone's expecting The Rock, but it didn't even matter that The Rock didn't turn up. That's even why I was recording Bears, because I was hoping to get The Rock. If you smell.
Man had no shame. He didn't even delete the story after
Yeah,
the
I just
second
said
run.
fuck
Man
that
just
shit, man.
added it on.
Let everyone see greatness.
Yeah, no, it
And
was a
yeah,
crazy
I
end
saw
segment.
Sami Zayn. I saw him standing with the chair, and I'm like, you are not going to do a Seth Rollins. Please tell me you are not going to do a Seth Rollins on the tribal chief. And that's exactly what he did. He did a Seth Rollins. He smashed the man in the back with the chair. Couldn't believe it, man. Couldn't believe it. And then yeah, man, fam, Jey Uso, everyone's stunned, surprised. Jey Uso walked out.
Mad.
He didn't even get himself involved in
Yeah,
the
he
beat
was like,
down
I
like Jimmy
hear
and Solo Sikoa were doing. That's like mad thing. Oh,
crazy.
like it was mad still. Jay walked out because he's be there himself. He's basically be there himself. Like when he
Yeah, he
was
had the
becoming
PTSD,
main
but he
event
was
Uso,
gone.
he saw Sammy being loyal and all that stuff, and
Yeah, they became quite close,
Jay
innit?
felt it, fam.
They
And that's
became
why he
quite
couldn't walk
close,
out.
bro.
But
But
I'm
that
sure
was
he was also betrayed as well because he even defended Sammy on Raw.
but
And then
that's
to
what
see
that's
that,
whoa,
the
boy. People are saying
storytelling,
the beginning of the end of the bloodlines, and
bro,
obviously
it is. The guy's got
separation.
the instant tweeting, I'm out, and all that stuff. Run it
Yeah,
back.
but don't forget his
You
brother's still in the his brother's still there, bro. He might not leave his brother because that's his bro, Jimmy. Like he's not gonna leave Jimmy. They're the Usos, bro.
gotta wait and see, man. Friday Night SmackDown, as Pat says, he even came back as well at the Rumble.
Yeah,
Pat McAfee, oh, that was great. It was great to see. But yeah, you see that stuff there, that stuff at the end, brother. I couldn't believe
yeah.
it, man.
No, it was lit.
I couldn't
Obviously, the
believe
pop for the chair shot was what
it.
everyone was waiting for. Triple H had faith in a segment. Obviously, traditionally, even if there is a title match, the 30-man Royal Rumble will be last on the card. Uh,
But yeah, with what happened
throughout
here,
the
this
years.
had to.
But obviously, this one, and like you said as well, no Rock turning up. The fans
We
got what
all
they
expected him, but
got what
in
they
the end,
wanted,
we just
man.
didn't give a shit.
Yeah, it didn't, man. It doesn't matter,
Like I said
man.
already, I was recording, hoping to hear if you smell. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
it
no, it
didn't
was
matter in the
great.
end, man. I didn't give a shit no more. But
No, it
yeah,
was
that
lit
was the
still.
Royal Rumble. That shit was absolutely beautiful, man.
What would you
What
rate that match out
yeah,
of
I said we said seven. We said seven.
yeah,
And
we
then
did.
obviously Monday
Yeah,
Night Raw came. There was one more thing that I just want to touch on regarding Monday Night Raw. And
Owens,
that was Rhea Ripley saying that she chooses
yeah.
Charlotte Flair. It made sense. I was happy.
Why? I
Why?
kind of wanted Bianca, man. I can't lie. That would have been a lit match, bro.
No, I always wanted Charlotte. I figured, but my other thing was like I wanted to be Charlotte, but she'll probably pick Bianca because they're both on Raw. But
Mm.
when you look at it, the history that's been had, and even the promo that she gave as well, I felt that basically
Yeah,
saying
no, that's
Charlotte
good.
thinks Charlotte's at the top, talking about NXT. She chose to face Charlotte. Charlotte beat her, took a title, and yeah,
Oh yeah,
Charlotte
yeah.
thinks she's at the top, but Rhea is the destructor. She wasn't the destructor
Yeah,
anymore.
big up. I
Like
think she'll
when you
get
look at
cheered,
it,
man.
there's loads of history between them. It
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense,
She'll
man.
get cheered to the when she at
And I
Mania.
was so happy when I saw that.
Cody's promo was great on Raw as well. Great
Yeah,
delivery from
Cody
him
as
as
well.
always. That's gonna be a main event. I know people want Sammy, and I hear that, but when you look at it
Nah,
like
forget
this,
that guy, man. He
when you
ain't
look at
happening.
that road, look at that name, Rhodes,
Rhodes,
Reigns, it's gonna be that's
Reigns,
you get
and
me.
you're gonna see me. They're
That's
doing that
box
party thing
office.
at the old street in Shoreditch. I want to be there for night two, man. I actually want to. I want to be there for night two.
Because
Friday,
whoever's going with Jeff, just make sure he makes it home safely or finds his route home.
Shoreditch is a lot
I
closer
can't
to me than
lie.
Wembley.
That is a bed ticket for me, dog. Big up them.
That's all we got to say on the Royal Rumble. We're now officially on the road to WrestleMania.
Oh,
A lot of things are going to be happening,
for sure.
and I'm gonna make sure Friday when I get paid, I'm gonna make sure I buy my ticket because I want to be there for night two of WrestleMania in Shoreditch. That's gonna be lit. Do you have anything else to say besides promoting our channels?
I might be there, but I don't know. 'Cause that old man's tired, bro. But no, obviously, that's obviously WrestleMania, one of my favorite nights. Not just in wrestling, but one of my favorite nights. One of my favorite dates in life. If
Mm.
I'm being fucking real with you, lot, and I know some of you lot that are tuning in probably feel the same way, or maybe not. But if you're a wrestling fan, you know how WrestleMania is biggest party of the year,
Mm.
all that, man. Main event gonna be mad. But yeah,
Mwah!
mad. Yeah, just Joel Evil or um, aka the man with the mic, aka I might nap. Who knows? But that's it for
Not
me,
that,
man.
but he'll soon be the great one.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's me. That's me still.
Okay, he's done. I'm done as well. It's been your tribal chief. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe,
Wow.
and as always, acknowledge me.
Grr.
Anything else that we need to say? Um, yeah, or that I need to say. Like Joel already said, his stuff's going to be linked down. Make sure to like and subscribe. He's chasing in on 200 subs. I'm chasing in
Facts.
on 100 subs.
Facts. Just
But that's it, man.
get to it.
Being your tribal chief and the wise man, my tag team partner, my right hand man.
Pause. Yeah, man. Big up.
Acknowledge me.